You should frequently exercise or play sports that are good for height growth, such as swimming, basketball, volleyball, baseball, badminton, cycling, yoga, jogging, pull-up, etc. What sport do you play? Fucking pull-up, bro. About nutrition, you should have a healthy, nutritious diet. Drink a lot of milk and avoid overusing overly greasy foods, overly sweet foods, and avoid overusing some drinks such as coffee, wine, beer, carbonated water, and other stimulants. What 15-year-old is using coffee, wine, beer? Like, what the fuck? What's up, guys? Derek, more PlateSmart8s.com. Today we are going to be talking about the revolutionary supplement Dr. Taller breakthrough height increase boost for children and teenagers. So this was sent to me by quite a few of you guys a while ago, and it's been on my to-do list. Dr. Taller premium height increase supplement delivers powerful ingredients of vitamins, minerals, and essential amino acids enriched with precious herbs to speed up height for children and teenagers. With remarkable features, Dr. Taller can support children and teenagers to grow taller and healthier during their growing years. So, is this legitimate? Now, if you've seen some of my old height growth videos, you'll know that it is not out of the question to expect that some sort of intervention in certain ways, lifestyle and pharmacology wise, can actually influence how tall you become. It's not just a genetically preset amount, although your genetics will largely dictate like the majority of it. There is ways to intervene and enhance and maximize what you have to work with, but it has to be done. At least this supplement is willing to go out and say it's for children and teenagers during their growing years, rather than claiming an adult can use it after epiphyseal plate closure and get increased growth above and beyond their genetic limits after their plates have already closed. So I'll give them that. So we're gonna go through this and kind of give my insight on if this is a legitimate product whatsoever. They talk about basically malnourishment, height being the result of, you know, your pituitary output and whatnot in terms of creating the hormones that support bone integrity, growth, etc. And how this supplement exactly will kind of leverage and maximize that kind of vector. Let's actually watch their promotional video here and see.
If children are well nourished during childhood and puberty, they can possibly unlock their maximum height, even if their parents are not tall. However, their diets are not always perfect. So, the best way to make sure the right nutrition is by taking height growth supplements rich in growth boosting nutrients.
So it's interesting how he's saying, instead of just saying like make sure you literally get whatever you need that your diet is deficient in, he's saying you need a height boosting supplement specifically. Not even just a multivitamin, but specifically a height boosting supplement.
Human height growth is greatly affected by the amount of growth hormone excreted in the pituitary gland, a pea-sized organ located in the brain. With the powerful formula, Dr. Taller is a remarkable boost for kids and teens to increase their growth hormone levels naturally.
Dr. Taller, raising you up from today.
Okay, so good to know. Let's see what the main thing is. Vitamins D3, K2, or B1, B6. Obviously basics that you're going to get through your diet ideally. Vitamin K2 and D3 can be a bit more problematic for some individuals, but that's why I use Jarrow's K2 and D3 formula, personally myself. Calcium and zinc, obviously important. Proprietary herb blend, this should be interesting. And the essential amino acid blend. These are the main things that we'll be getting into that sort of, you know, seem to be novel in their approach to height growth. So before we get into the Amazon page dissecting the formula, we're going to look at the customer reviews by Mike Hoopfeld.
I know it's important for my 10-year-old daughter to get the right nutrition. Unfortunately, she's a very picky eater. Luckily, I found Dr. Taller. It actually helped her to grow taller. It made a huge difference in a way we could have never imagined.
So how do you quantify that? Like you knew she wasn't gonna be as tall as she is based on Like, it's not like you had two parallel realities where one of them in one dimension she fucking was short and then she took the supplement and grew taller. So how could you state that for fact?
Dr. Taller, raising you up from today.
Okay, so we see the ad, obviously a scripted review essentially, and the guy can't actually really justify his claims whatsoever. 4 comments in the comment section. Hey, I'm 5'11 at 15, my dad is 6'4. Do you think I will grow anymore? My dad was smaller than me at my age, he said. Hello, at the age of 15, if your growth plates are still open, you still have chances to grow taller. In order to grow taller at your age, you need to exercise frequently, have healthy nutritious diets, and sleep enough. Yeah, I agree with that. About exercise, you should frequently exercise or play sports that are good for height growth, such as swimming, basketball, volleyball, baseball, badminton, cycling, yoga, jogging, pull-up, etc. What sport do you play? Fucking pull-up, bro. About nutrition, you should have a healthy and nutritious diet. Drink a lot of milk and avoid overusing overly greasy foods, overly sweet foods, and avoid overusing some drinks such as coffee, wine, beer, carbonated water, and other stimulants. What 15-year-old is using coffee, wine, beer? Like, what the fuck? You should stop your wine and beer habit at 15 because it's not helping you grow. About sleep, you should sleep 8 hours per day, and before 11 p.m. Okay, I agree. You should maintain good mental health and avoid stress. It's like generally good advice, but it's kind of funny how like disconnected they are with the fact that this kid is fucking 15 years old. I know you like your coffee, but like you gotta cut that out. The wine, the glass you've been having every night illegally, you gotta cut that out. The beer, you gotta stop slamming those every fucking day. It's just not helping, bro. This guy says, Tickle McCormick. Hello, hey, I'm 16 and 5'6". You think I can grow to be 5'10"? Hello, in order to know exactly whether you can use Dr. Taller or not, please take minutes to do a quick test at the following link. If the result of the quick test says that you can use our product, please use our product continuously for a period of at least 6 months to see the result. That's it? In order to get the best result, please use our product regularly together with nutritious diets, enough sleep, and frequent exercise. So it's like, what is going to move the needle? Is it going to be, like, you feel like for the product to work, you have to follow this advice too. And coincidentally, this is what's going to move the needle the most in terms of maximizing, what you can take advantage of your own genetic predisposition. Please note, and obviously there's pharmacology on top of that, which we will get into shortly. Please note that at puberty, 10 to 14 years old, people can grow 4 to 6 inches per year. After puberty, people can only grow 1 to 2 inches per year. The fuck? So, like, I guess if your plates aren't closed, yeah, okay. To learn more about Dr. Taller, please follow this link. They should definitely have somebody who's like a native English speaker writing this, I feel like. Some of the context is definitely missing. So anyways, getting into the formula itself, interestingly enough, it has 48 ratings and it's 4 out of 5 stars, which, again, Amazon reviews, dude, like, how much do I trust those? Like, how many fucking reviews do we have on Gorilla Mode that are like, oh, it didn't taste perfect. Oh, it mixes bad because there's too much active ingredients. Like, fucking suck my balls, dude. So anyways, 48 ratings. Let's see. Thank Dr. Taller for making our son's life better. Both my husband and I are really short, so I'm afraid that our son will grow up just as short as us. He's 13 years old now, but I noticed that he hadn't grown much despite all the growth spurts during puberty that people always talk about. That's why I decided to look for height supplements to hopefully add a few inches to his height. Thank God I found Dr. Taller. This height enhancer consists of organic ingredients and precious herbs. There have been no side effects so far. My son seems to be healthy and eats better. He also participates more in sports, sleeps earlier, and avoids unhealthy food. So is it like placebo and it makes you think like you have to follow the lifestyle recommendations too, and then that's what's conducive, or is it the actual supplement? We're trying to help him lead a healthier lifestyle while letting him take these pills to reach his maximum height potential. I'm very satisfied with this product and willing to recommend it to everyone. Interesting. So, like, I'm baffled by some of the reviews on Amazon. Like, sometimes the perfect ones don't really make sense to me when they're on like blatant scam products. Like, you'd be surprised, dude, if you haven't checked out Amazon. It's like the most interesting fucking place for oddball reviews. So anyways, it's obviously a well-respected product, interestingly enough. And you already kind of know how it works through, backfilling vitamin deficiencies and whatnot. But then the proprietary herb blend, like, what are we looking at exactly? Oh, this looks wholesome as fuck. Just a few kids maximizing their goddamn heights, They just took their Dr. Taller and they're running in the fields, just growing inches by the goddamn month. This kid getting measured, probably taller because they use Dr. Taller, of course. This kid is, what, like out, he's taller than his mom now because he used the fucking thing? I don't know. So anyways, let's see the, okay, here we go. So vitamin D3, we have 20 micrograms. What does that translate to into IUs? Well, 50 micrograms is 2,000 IU. So if we're looking at 20 micrograms, we're looking at less than, I don't know, like 800 IU of vitamin D3. Vitamin K2 as MK7, which is good, but 60 micrograms, I feel like that's a bit low, frankly. Thiamine, you know, vitamin B6, calcium, zinc, like the amount of zinc here, the amount of calcium here, like, bro, this to me is like a bona fide, like, skeleton multivitamin with a few like hand-picked ingredients that seem to be more like, it's just like a skimmed multivitamin, to be honest. Like, it's nothing, there's no specialty thing except for the blends at the bottom. Like, the top part is basically a deficient as fuck multivitamin, in my opinion, missing, you know, many of the things you would otherwise get all this stuff from a good high quality multivitamin that is mentioned in the giant chunk at the top. But looking at the prop blends now, so of course these are the things that really turn people off if they know how to read supplement facts panels. So you have the Dr. Taller prop blend, which is their like secret thing that makes you taller. But you have to keep in mind when you look at it, 140 milligrams is the total dosage of all of these ingredients. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ingredients cumulatively equating to 140 milligrams. So what is the likelihood you're getting an efficacious dose of any of them? And above and beyond that, are any of these helpful for increasing height in some novel way that isn't just a result of, like, these aren't basic vitamins and minerals. This is random herbs and shit that should have some sort of pharmacologic properties that contribute to either increasing growth hormone production or inhibiting aromatase. Because as we've seen clinically, as far as I know, the only things that are really effective at increasing height are aromatase inhibition, which I don't recommend doing necessarily, by the way. I'm just saying clinically this is what we see, as well as growth hormone treatment exogenously in general. Like, obviously if you have a GH secretagogue and it's pushing you up to the upper limit because you're otherwise deficient because of some, you know, endogenous deficiency, and it's otherwise able to push you up to the high end of the reference range, that can be helpful. But are any of these going to work? Like, one thing I can say is Amazon, I know for a fact, banned any kind of aromatase inhibitors that are even comparable in potency to pharmaceuticals a while ago. Things like arimistane are no longer allowed to be sold on Amazon because they are not really supplements. They are not derived from nature. They're not DSHEA compliant. They're random, basically synthetic aromatase inhibitors that are essentially approved pharmaceuticals, basically. So is this going to include anything substantially inhibiting of aromatase or significantly increasing of GH in this 140 milligram blend? Like, no, it's not. Now we looked at the EAA blend, essential amino acids, 130 milligrams. Just to give you some context, guys, as far as an effective essential amino acid dose for muscular recovery, for example, we look at the Gorilla Mode EAA's product. This is impossible to set apart in any kind of unique way when I was making it. So I was like, how do we set it apart? I just make it dosed higher than every single other company in the industry. That was the only way to really make the EAA product novel in any sort of way. So, and it's not really, it's just dosed higher. Like, it's not unique at all. It's just like you're just getting more bang for your buck when you get it. So anyways, as far as one scoop, what we have per fucking serving is 4 grams of leucine, 2 grams of L-isoleucine, 2 grams of L-valine, 1 gram of L-lysine, 1 gram of L-threonine, 650 milligrams of L-phenylalanine. I don't know why I can never say that one. Phenylalanine, 600 milligrams histidine, 450 milligrams tryptophan, 300 milligrams methionine. So now when we look at arginine HCl, first of all, arginine we know is the absolute worst way to increase arginine levels. Paradoxically, you would think, oh, if you want to increase arginine levels in the body, you would take exogenous arginine. Rather, the best way to do it, in my opinion, is L-citrulline and or some of the other kind of novel preparations that facilitate that same mechanism through, things like nitrosamine and things I've discussed in elaborate detail in my Gorilla Mode nitric video. Is L-arginine going to move the needle? Look at this dosage, dude. 130 milligrams in totality for their essential amino acids. Like, what are you doing with that, We have ornithine at a dose of like what? Like, at best, this is arginine at what, 100 milligrams or 75 milligrams, ornithine at like, I don't know, 30, and then lysine at like 25 or something. Like, it makes no sense. The only reason this is here is to make it look like there is some sort of thing that they can claim the benefits of. The fact that they even claim benefits from an essential amino acid blend when the dosage is so pitiful it would yield no actual benefit whatsoever, it's like classic marketing bullshit. You cannot fit an effective dose of essential amino acids inside of this product. And frankly, none of these, except for L-lysine, are even essential amino acids. So this is fucking mislabeling, dude. Like, unless I'm missing something, the amino acids are histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, tryptophan, and valine. That is what is in EAA products, not non-essential amino acids or, conditional amino acids as per the EAA blend that they have. So not only do they have a mislabeling, but they have a subpar, pitiful fucking dose that does absolutely nothing and still claiming the benefits of it. So for me, like, that off the bat, even if the Dr. Toller prop blend was efficacious in any way with some sort of novel herbs that would crank your GH production up, like, they've totally lost my trust with this EAA blend and then the subpar doses of the actual, vitamins and minerals that you would otherwise get. So, like, for me, this is basically like a skeleton shitty multivitamin with misleading marketing in the prop blends. Like, this EAA blend might as well not even be there. And the prop blend above it, how efficacious is it? I would say minimal at best. The only things I've seen in a clinical setting that seem to make a difference and move the needle are exogenous GH, potentially GH secretagogues, as well as aromatase inhibition. Then, okay, again, I'm not saying do any of that. I'm just saying, like, as far as things that are outside of the spectrum of getting your nutrients in through a high quality diet model, exercising, high quality sleep hygiene, the stuff they mentioned in the YouTube comment section definitely applies. Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of this advice is useful, including the don't drink when you're 15 and shit like that. Like, you should probably stop smoking when you're 15, of course. But yeah, like, the product itself, unfortunately, not going to move the needle, and frankly, you'd be better off with a standard multivitamin than you would with this product, in my opinion. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. All the comments help the algorithm. They're much appreciated. Like, subscribe, check out my blog, moreplates.com. Follow me on Instagram at moreplates.dates, Facebook, Snapchat, BitChute, Twitter, TikTok, couple podcasts. If you want to support the channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below. My TRT clinic, it's all telemedicine from the comfort of your own home. Gorilla Mind, nootropic formulas, Gorilla Mode, pre-workout formulas. I design myself from scratch, and anything else I'm associated with, including my recommended lab tests and diagnostics. It's all in the video description below. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.